Well, good evening. Don't we always have this case where we hear people say, I'm praying for a miracle. I just got this diagnosis. I just lost my job. This happened, that happened. And we're always praying for miracles, thinking the miracle is outside of us somehow, some way. So we start praying for this. We start setting intentions for this, forgetting that we are the source of miracles, that it's all one in consciousness. But we get into this place of separation, division that keeps the miracles at bay, if you will, because miracles are natural. They're here right in this moment. But what is blocking these miracles is our sense of separation, our separation of split between me and the universe, me and God, me and the source, if you will. So we want to let all that go to realize that miracles are natural. It's our inherent birthright, but we get engaged in the mind. The mind's always insisting that I need this, I need that. But we have to realize that everything is energy. It's just energy. And the energy of miracles is peace, contentment, serenity, allowing the mind to go quiet and just sitting quietly, returning home to our natural state. Because most of you here, even though it appears that you are here in the physical form, you are actually in spirit projecting the human experience. And this may be a little complex for you to understand, but realize the majority of you is in spirit right now. So you simply need to let go of the busyness, the mind, and return home. And we will be doing a little bit of a meditation later because we don't want to get too involved in the intellect of trying to figure things out, trying to understand. But it's not about trying to understand. It's not trying to figure things out. It's not demanding. It's not insisting. We're letting go of any kind of busyness because your soul inherently knows what is needed. It's the mind that thinks it knows better that doesn't know better. It's creating interference that this isn't right, that this is wrong, that I need a miracle. Or they start judging themselves, they start comparing themselves. And all these kind of games we play. We don't want to just stop playing these mental games, forgetting who we really are. We attach to this name, this identity, this body, our possessions, our diagnosis, whatever it may be. The mind has a story for everything. You can look at any object and your mind will probably have an opinion about that object or that person or that situation or that bill or that news segment, that TV show. Mine is constantly busy, 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 busy. It's all about letting go of that busyness and just returning into this stillness, into this silence, returning home. To remember, the majority of you is home, and just a part of you, a piece of you, is out here playing in the human experience. But we're here to enjoy the human experience. But yet, so many suffer because they get lost into the follies of the mind, always telling stories that we're taking as true, all this anxiety, all this worry, all this stress, all this mental busyness. Your soul is worry free. Your soul has no issues, no concerns, no problems. It just sees that from home, it's saying, oh, you're getting so hung up in this story. Can't you just step back and say, it's just a story? It doesn't have to define you. And yes, the body may be uncomfortable, but there's a way out of that. It's through relaxation, through peace, through returning home. As we said before, the energy of miracles is peace, of contentment, of serenity, of enjoyment of this moment. It's not of busyness. It's not of reading books, figuring it out, reading everything you can about a diagnosis, reading everything you can. can about this object, this, that, and adding more stories. So tonight we're going to remove all those stories and return you back to home so you can wash away these stories that are not serving you, that are causing discomfort, pain, suffering. No, suffering really is the attachment to our stories as truth. And it's simply not the case. We're here to have fun, to play, to enjoy the human experience, to be free, to be light, because we are light itself. And the mind you can think of as darkness when it really starts overthinking and the body starts exhibiting signs of stress, of overwhelm, of just feeling badly, feeling poorly, feeling heavy, feeling like you're stuck in the mud. But we're washing all this away, helping you remember that the majority of you is back home. And just a piece of this is out playing in the human experience. And there may be multiple pieces of playing in the human experience because consciousness is everywhere. Your soul is everywhere. You're not tied to one human experience at a time. You're having multiple experiences at this time, whether it be on Earth or another system. You're here in many different dimensions. We just have me focused on this one dimension right now. But to realize that you are limitless, that you can have it all. But you're the one that is creating rules and restrictions of what you cannot have, what you do not deserve. And we're just letting all this go. It's not serving us. So you have to ask yourself when you're facing a situation, how is this serving you? How is this benefiting you? If it's not serving or benefiting you, then why are you clinging to it? Why are you hanging on to this? We just want to open our hands up and detach ourselves from this and say, I needed this experience for the last year, the last 5 years, the last 20 years to help me learn who I was. I forgot that I am spirit, that I am soul, that most of me is home with God, the universe, the source, whatever you wish to call it. So we're just returning home, letting go of the insistence that things have to be a certain way, letting go of the judgment, the comparison, like judging your right wrist versus your left wrist. My right wrist is sore, my right wrist feels good. So why are you comparing the two? Just let your wrist be. Allow the body to be as it is. Get out of the way, the body can take care of itself. We get all this interference, but then we have this knowing, these nudges, these inclinations that I need to go do this. It makes no logical sense, but your body, your soul, your spirit is giving you hints, clues that this is the path. There's nothing to figure out. There's an intelligence within you that knows how to self-correct. And this creates the miracles. When you just relax and you allow that intuitive voice, you could say, come through, your intuition, your nudges, that I need to go do this. And it makes no logical sense. Well, I've done this 20 times before with no success, no results. Well, you had an expectation, a demand that it was supposed to accomplish something. We're letting go of this judgment and this criticism, these expectations, these demands, and to remain at peace, to realize the body does what the body does. And when we stop interfering with the body, it will self-correct. And there's nothing to figure out. This is the hardest thing for the mind to understand. There's nothing to figure out. There's nothing to problem solve. It's about sitting quietly, returning home, and knowing the answer is there because you were connected to all that is. There's nothing that you do not know. If you need to know something, you will know it. There's infinite knowledge in the universe. Whatever you're experiencing, someone else in the collective has experienced. Your problem is not unique to you. But we have this focus of split, as we talked about earlier. We have this focus of split, me versus the universe, me versus Bob, me versus Mary. All this competition and judgment and comparison. We just need to let it go and realize everyone's having their human experience. Everyone's playing the game, but this game can be very painful at times, very demanding at times, especially when we forget to have fun. The more fun you have, the more contentment, enjoyment, peace, the more you're aligned with your true nature. That you didn't come here to suffer. You came here to expand consciousness, to have the human experience, to add collective knowledge, if you will. So we're just going to relax now. Just relax, letting it all go.